Okay, hello. This is Erin Morgan. I am the editor-in-chief of Eyecare Business Magazine, and I am here live in Durango, Colorado, where I live, under our kind of safer at home orders here in Colorado. And I am very fortunate and very honored to be here today with Fabrizio Uguzzoni, who is the president of Luxottica North America, and he's going to share with us some of what's happening at Luxottica and some of the initiatives for the eye care professionals. And thank you so much for joining us today, Fabrizio. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Erin, for having me. Thank you so much.
And you are in New York City. That's where your home is,
yeah.
And you're based there.
Exactly. I'm here talking from New York. I never moved since the last 3 months in what has been, and probably is for all of us one of the most trying period, so both professionally but even more personally. But yes, I'm here in New York, where the outbreak has been probably the biggest in the United States. Things are getting a little bit better, so we're a little bit more optimistic probably nowadays than what we were last week.
That's great news. It does look like the numbers are dropping there a little bit, so at least that's some hopeful changes. So can you tell us a little bit about the past few months at Luxottica and here in the US as well as Italy, looking at it from, is everyone working from home? Are the factories shuttered? Are they back? Were they shuttered? Are they back open again? What's the status?
Yeah, I mean, here in the US, immediately since the outbreak started, we probably can refer to beginning mid of March. We started immediately to put in place all to have our people working from home. So, and even today, all our offices are empty and all our people are working from home. And I have to say, I've been extremely impressed by how effective we've been capable to manage with everyone working from home without missing any bit of our business, of our model, and our support of the customers. Speaking about our warehouses, factories, and labs, they're operating because our business has been seen as an essential business. So all our lab warehouse in Atlanta is operating, and also our factory in California is operating. Of course, in a very different way. So, I mean, we had to implement all of the safety protocols from the social distancing, wearing mask, temperature check, segregating the different departments. I have to say we had the great opportunity to leverage the experiences of our headquarters in Italy, which unfortunately got hit by the virus much earlier than in the US. But we really had the opportunity to leverage on what they experienced and all what they implemented. In Italy, the situation is very similar. So the people that were office-based are working from home 100% with all our digital tool and to be extremely effective. And our factories, they were closed for just to implement the safety protocols, both manufacturing, warehouses, and labs. But today they are, I have to say, they are working with reduced capacity in some areas, but they're working with all the safety protocols.
That's fantastic. Well, that's great to hear. And and that's interesting about the lab. That's great news because in a lot of our discussions with eye care professionals, some of them were having difficulty getting lab orders filled and weren't able to get the eyewear, that they needed during the closures. So that's great that it's up and running. For all kinds of different things across the board. It is pretty amazing how efficiently folks have been working from home. That's great to hear that you've had a good experience with everyone doing that.
No, I have to say that also the mood of all the employees, it's optimistic considering the situation and the resilience of the team and how the team reacted and creatively invent a new way of working or new way of connecting. I mean, I was really overwhelmed by how many messages I've received from our people, either they are field-based in the office, in the factory, in the warehouses, about idea on how to overcome this situation and to get ready to come out stronger than before. It's really amazing to see.
It's inspiring. Yes. Yeah. I mean, just the way people, really have responded. It's pretty impressive. And the eye care professionals as well. we've seen so much inspiring efforts on that front too. So I know that Luxottica has really pivoted to help the eye care professionals in their, just to continue to go through what they're going through and to reap success in the future. How can they, what are some of the programs and things that Luxottica has put into place for the independent eye care professionals?
Yeah. When everything started, it was so new and how to get organized. We had so many other crises to manage in the past, but this was something like never before. So, and when starting to think about what to do, it was illuminating when we started to think, okay, we have basically three communities we need to take care, three group of stakeholders, our customers, our people, and our communities. And just having in mind those three group of stakeholders, it was a very natural what we had to do. And I will start with our customers, because I believe that is what probably the people are looking to hear from us. Immediately the reaction was, okay, staying closer to our customers, listening to them, calling and staying in contact with them, not for the business. To place an order or the business was really the last things I was asking to my team, and the last thing my team did. It was to understand how they were doing and how they were managing the situation. And we started immediately to put in place, as soon as the mid of March, programs being flexible in the terms and the conditions to work with us, to relieve and to make sure that we're capable to navigate through this, from payment terms, from all the different the commercial conditions, to relieve that component of the business. But then also starting to understand that PPE material was starting to be a short. It was short and not easy to find just something as simple as a mask. So and then we started to provide the mask. And basically the final of all what we're trying to do, there was some also personal touch. Some of my reps sent me the story. And the one that I just wanted to share, because there were so many, but this is to me exactly explaining the point of taking care of your customers. There was, a customer that because of the social distancing was not capable to celebrate the birthday of the daughter with a frozen party that was organized. And our sales rep, that by the way is a very blonde lady, dressed up as Elsa and drove to the home of the customer, surprising the daughter, maintaining the social distancing on the pedestrian out of the house, and showing up as Elsa for the daughter of the customer.
That's beautiful.
Those were the things that still today, in thinking about that, are moving me and saying, okay, what we're doing is right, to understand first the and to support them from a business. And what we came out experiencing and seeing what was the need, because we wanted to listen also to our customers, is with an ECP support center that we created and is available to everyone, Luxottica and non-Luxottica customers, going on the website luxotticacovid19toolkit.com, where everyone can leverage our tools to first protect the business in this period, and then also to prepare for the restart. It's very simple, but very comprehensive. 5 areas. Stay connected with your patients. How you need to engage social media, also with some example content training on how to remain connected with your patients. The second area is stay up to date with COVID-19 and government stimulus. So we created an area where we condensated all the information, one-stop shop, basically, where you have all the information you need to know to remain up to date. And you don't have to go to the John Hopkins website or the CDC right. or the World Health Organization. So everything condensed that state by state, overall, all the information you need to have also for your business. The third area is how to perform and boost the practice through education. And we can discuss more later, but we created a virtual education program that was amazing, the feedback we have received back. And then there is a preparing for the reopening with a very clear strategy of what you need to do between assortment, between safety protocol, between cash flow management. And last but not least, all the indication on how to stay connected with our teams. That is a full it was clear to create a teaser single point of reference for all what you need. And in this moment of time, independent eye care professional first, because those are really the backbone of our business and our industry.
Definitely. So, and can you just repeat again where they can find that information? It's on the Luxottica website.
Is a www.luxotticacovid19toolkit.com.
Okay, that's great. So it's its own dedicated website.
Yes, absolutely.
That's fantastic. It sounds very comprehensive and kind of, you know, an amazing guide to navigating the entire process, you know, from start to, you know, to who knows what the finish is, but from the beginning to now, we're still going. Well, that's amazing. So that's all available now to anyone that can go that goes onto the website.
Absolutely. Okay.
So that's fantastic. So because you mentioned Luxottica University, I'm just gonna jump to that question because it'll be a good transition. So can you tell us a little bit about that offering that has been designed for the ECPs? And you know, what have you seen in terms of response so far or participation so far in that?
Yeah. So in addition to what is a Luxottica University, we decided at these moments of time to create virtual classrooms with different type of topics to make available with an offer that was meaningful for the moment we were living. So yes, we have all the Luxottica University modules, but we created some new one that were very specific to this period of time. It was amazing because we had just in 3 weeks more than 7,500 participants to what we call Eyecare Visionary Training Series. It was overwhelming. Even the setting, we were not prepared at the beginning. We had to scale up the infrastructure overall. And 85% of the training of the offer were redeemable for CE credits.
Fantastic.
That was, because another feedback we're receiving is that a lot of our customers of the independent eye care professionals, they were overwhelmed by offer of virtual seminar, webinar, training, but they were looking for something certified so they can redeem their C credits and leverage this period to get even advanced and ahead their year program so that then when back to the business, they can concentrate back on the business.
Right.
So it was really, and some of the most popular courses were, myopia, Mythbusters, or social media 101, and tips of building an online reputation, which today is so much important to remain connected with your patients and your consumers.
Even more so, yes.
Exactly. So it was really a very successful program.
That's fantastic. Well, that's great to hear. And so are those available as kind of videos that people can watch after the fact, or that was just a live only event?
No, there is a live event, but we did record and we're going to make it available also for the people that didn't have the possibility to attend or they missed it to watch the recorded.
That's great. Okay. Well, we'll stay tuned for that for sure. So, and a question, you know, we've been hearing a lot from, because we've run a lot of surveys of our readers, you know, our database of opticians and optometrists, and, you know, and we've run a lot of panel discussions on eye care business on our live streaming platform. And a big question is, you know, how are we going to deal with product, you know, buying in the future and company representative visits, you know, in person, social distancing, you know, touching product, things like this. So what is the strategy at Luxottica looking forward for your reps visiting customers, visiting the eye care professionals and doing business with them?
Yeah, no, that is a great question, because after all, eyewear is very tangible product. There is the storytelling behind the brands and the product is very personal as a product. You touch it, you try. So what we were discussing a lot was making a mix of the physical and the digital. So Luxottica was already investing a lot on the digital transformation of our business. So what we created is, first of all, a very clear safety protocol for our people, for our sales consultant in the field when visiting customers. From very basic, getting an appointment, making sure it's ready, having all the safety kits. We created the safety kits for our rep and also for our customers if they want to have access to, and they don't, in terms of the way of sanitizing the product with wipes, with hydrogen peroxide, mask, gloves, I mean, everything that is needed, protective eyewear, to make the physical experience extremely safe. But in addition to that, we started also to leverage on the digital tools we have available. So every Luxottica sales consultant has access to digital tool, even to present the collection remotely to the customer, not just with a call, but with a video conference like the one we are having, and sharing the screen and presenting the collection with the tool that they have available in their laptop or in their iPad. So we provided every sales consultant with an iPad. They have a tool, they have the full collection, they can present the product. And we're adding features like the virtual try-on, like the see them on different type of people, with blonde, with brown. So you can see the product with a 360 degrees video. So we're adding features that is going to help our customers also in being more effective if they want to have a quick touch base with our people in seeing something without having a visit, getting connected much more effectively sometime in this way via video conference. We equipped every one of our customers with the digital tools like Microsoft Teams, so to make sure they can connect and having a very professional tool in connecting with our customers. So is both the physical components when you're visiting, having a very clear protocol for our rep. We provided also the protocol to our customers. I know they've been amazing, our independent eye care professional customers, in the way they reacted, but in case someone wants it, we provided a protocol that as well we collected, considering all the experience we have. As a very vertically integrated company, we collected all the experience and all what we are doing, even globally. So we had some, as I said, experience on Germany and Europe, for example, is already open as a country. And we have seen what it look like, but not only Germany, some other countries that reopen sooner than other. So we collect all that amount of experience and we made available to our customers as well.
That's fantastic. That's a great knowledge base, because it's something no one, in the industry has ever been through before. So to get that experience from what others are going through, even globally, is tremendous help to understand and to learn what works and what doesn't. So with that in mind, obviously Luxottica and you as the president of Luxottica North America have a very broad view of the industry, even globally. So what would you say is, your view of how and when, maybe you have a crystal ball there, I'm not sure. I guess it's anybody's guess exactly when, because there's so much to be, unfolded in the future. But for now, what is your view of how and when the eye care and eyewear market will rebound in the US, at least at the start?
Really, the question everyone, in everyone's mind right now is how long will it take to get back to the normal? But I believe the real question is, what does my business look like in the normal? So I have to say that the first question on when the business will start to be back, I believe we have an answer, is between May and June, with several states starting to lift the restriction. I have to say I started to see a lot of our customers starting to reopen. So I believe between May and June, we will see the business, and there are some very positive and optimistic signs that we are seeing. The question now is more how the business will resume. So how much of the business I will be capable to bring back to what I had before the crisis, and how my business is going to look like in terms of how we're going to operate the eye exam, the social distancing, the safety protocols. So that to me is really the way we need all to work, because we will have to manage all trends that the crisis accelerated and were already there. The digital, the online, the people starting to get information online, purchasing in the physical and vice versa, but also created the new trend. So there is all trends that the crisis accelerated, and there are also new trends from a behavior and consumer's point of view that the crisis created, like the healthy component, which is much more now in every single of the business that we do to be considered. So that it goes back to the way we're preparing to what I was saying before, giving our rep all the tools to put at disposal of our customers. So what I believe the customers need to be sure they're not in this by themselves alone. So there are so many companies, and not only Luxottica, so many great companies out there to provide all the knowledge and the resources available for the independent eye care professionals. And I didn't discuss before, but it can be a promotion. It can be to make them more profitable, because even if they restarted the business, they probably will not have 100% of the capacity back immediately. They will start with 20, 40, 50, 60. So they will have, with the same probably cost, less business than before the crisis. So they need support also in remaining profitable and making the business profitable. So I believe those resources available in our industry, which is an amazing industry made by amazing group of people, stakeholders, companies, they should really look to the partners they want to partner with, and getting those resources that a lot of companies are making available. Definitely Luxottica, I know what we're capable to make available, and we're making available to the ECPs. All what we have is knowledge, is financial resources, is cash flow help, is people resources with our sales force and our teams. We're gonna make everything available to the ECPs, and I'm really encouraging all of them to take advantage of that.
That's fantastic. Well, and it is that collaboration and support that really is going to help drive the success of the industry, no doubt. And there has been so much of that. It's really impressive and inspiring to see. So we thank Luxottica for that, guidance and the support of the ECPs, who are our readers, for eye care business. So well, my last question to you kind of, transitions off of that question, with that idea in mind and looking at, where we're headed. What would you say, in your opinion, is the future of eye care and eyewear in general? Are we heading into uncharted territories? Will we see a lot of changes? Is telehealth going to become a bigger thing? What are just kind of some of your views for that?
I remain extremely optimistic about our industry. As I was before the crisis, I am today. I believe what is the opportunity and the potential of our industry is still there, driven by demographics, creating greater awareness and access in underserved regions, consumer growing a love for high quality. I just believe this crisis, it might have made different the ways we need to unleash that potential. So the potential is still there, 100%, even more than before. It's just the way now we need to unleash, the way we're going to communicate to create awareness in the market about the importance of high quality eye care, high quality products, the way we're going to engage with the consumer and the patient, the way the type of communication, the way they're going to make experience. A certain moment we might have a digital fully digital practice where you don't have any physical products. You enter and you have all the virtual try on without having to touch an optometrist, an optician that is going to provide you the product that you picked up without having to touch and try so many products. So just believe the way we will unleash the potential of our industry, it might be for the industry to me remain unchanged versus before the crisis. So it will be very important to me. The people are going to start to think even not out of the box. The box is not anymore there. So there is no any more box to think out. There is a new world where we need to start to play with new rules, new world and new rules, not completely to scratch all the rules we had before. I mean, taking all the experience, but we need to start to really understand how to play this world.
That's fantastic. Well, it's really great to get all of your experience and knowledge and broad view of the industry to, into this interview. We can't thank you enough for sharing all of the information on what Luxottica is doing and new ideas and, where we may be heading. So I thank you very much for joining us today. We truly appreciate it. We're glad to hear that everyone at Luxottica is doing well.
Yeah, thank you very much, Erin. It's been a pleasure, as always, to have a conversation with you and with all our independent eye care professionals out there, which I really believe they are the backbone of our industry. And we need to do all what we can to support them to restart the business in a safely and successful way. Thank you very much, Erin.
Thank you. Very well said. Well, thank you so much. And we'll see you again soon, hopefully.
I hope to see you in person very soon, Erin.
Take care.